Your keynote speech focused on the role of the city lawyer. Looking back, what are the things that made you suited to this particular sort of legal career, and how can students sort of develop those traits themselves?
That's quite a hard one to answer, to be honest, talking about oneself. I suspect actually that, surprisingly, humility, I think, is quite a good trait to have. I went to a state school and I didn't think that city law firms were for people like me. So I started out training in Birmingham because I thought that I would be more comfortable in a Birmingham law firm. And I think that never taking things for granted is a very, very good starting point, because it means that you're always striving to do a good job, striving to sort of be the best you can be. And I think that's a determination, hard work, always trying to be doing a good job, is ultimately what underpins the success.
What is it that you most enjoy about your career in the city?
Well, one of the things about my particular area of practice is that we defend a lot of large law firms against professional liability claims. And the beauty of that is that it provides our associates with an opportunity to get involved in a huge variety of claims with varied subject matter. For example, we get involved in claims arising out of celebrity divorces, tax planning, M&A deals that have gone wrong in foreign jurisdictions, football clubs. So there's a huge variety, and therefore it's not really like sort of banking litigation where it tends to be the same sort of processes. We have just the most incredible variety.
We also heard a lot about the internationalisation of commercial law. What consequences do you think that has, just briefly, for students who are aspiring to work in the city for the big city firms?
The fantastic opportunity for the students here today is that they will all be English-speaking, English-qualified lawyers. And I think over the next 20 to 30 years there will be enormous demand, not just in Europe and in Central and Eastern Europe, not just in the Middle East, in Asia, in India, in Africa, for English-speaking, English-qualified lawyers. So I think internationalisation is absolutely going to be the key thing and the key driver for the next 20, 30 years for people here.
And sticking to the international theme, would you say that the concept of an American law firm sort of setting up camp in London is outdated as a result?
By the way, we don't consider ourselves to be an American law firm, we consider ourselves to be an international law firm. I think at the last count there are 140 US-based law firms with London offices of some sort or another. And I think that what we're seeing at the moment is, particularly in the area that I'm in transactional law and private equity and M&A, those American law firms are increasing their London presence, and I think they see how important London is going to be globally over the next 20, 30 years. So anything that calls itself an American law firm in London is probably a little bit outdated. But those who are US-based and truly international, I think there's lots of opportunity. You're going to see much more of them.
What do you most enjoy about working in the city?
What I like about it is it's very cutting edge. You're dealing with big multinational clients. No 2 days are the same. It's very, very interesting in terms of the work that I do and the people I interact with.
What do you think are the real advantages of working for a big city international commercial law firm?
I think the kind of market in which we work in is so international. It's very rare that you come across a business of a certain size that doesn't have operations abroad as well as in the UK. So working for a firm like Baker McKenzie, which obviously has a very big global reach, I think is a really beneficial thing to do. And the kind of people that work there are the people that are outward thinking and who really think about things at an international level or have an international background. So I think it's definitely a positive thing to be involved with.
Great. Do you think work-life balance is on the agenda at all of the top law firms in terms of promoting it and increasing?
Most definitely, absolutely, because it costs a lot of money to train a trainee. You train people, you teach them how to do deals the way your firm likes them to be done, you inculcate them into your culture, they become part of your firm. To see them leaving is a great loss. So of course you're always trying to make sure that if they are leaving, it's not because they can't balance their work and their life together. So we are always working to try and make sure that accepting it's difficult, to the extent we possibly can, we make it as easy as possible.